Hello and welcome to another update video about Link. Link has also found its running shoes today. It confirmed a few days ago support, flipped basically the previous resistance zone on this chart for support. We had two nice trend reversal areas that anybody who watched the videos knew about. These were nice low risk, high reward entry points. This one I found a bit more risky, but nevertheless it did hold. And then this one was touched 3 times actually. And then the price went. And how it went. Very choppy price action. So unfortunately I have to count it as a diagonal structure. But it never broke below our, let's call it make or break point. I did highlight that. As long as this previous resistance, now support area, is holding, we can remain focused on higher. We had this inverse head and shoulders pattern on the chart that we talked about, potential reversal pattern. Yeah, it broke and then retested and now it's going. We talked in previous videos about a target for 1 second. I think, yeah, no, that's fine. We talked in previous videos about a target based on the head and shoulders pattern. So let's just revise that or review that again. Look at where we are now. Because we talked about, okay, look, we take the height of the head. That's sort of the traditional way of doing it. I don't like doing things like that normally. But from the breakout point, it actually is there now, around about 820, 830. I think we talked about that. What we can also look at now, in addition to that, now that we have a confirmed low in B in place, and it, by the way, never broke our trend line either. We can look at the C wave target. So the thing is, I have to count the third wave as an ABC structure because clearly this move up is a 3-wave move. So I've got 3 waves in wave 1. I've got a correction wave 2. I've got 3 waves here, but this shouldn't really be the third wave. It could be, okay, but it was the right decision not to label it as a third wave because the third wave is typically a very bullish one. So there you go. Third wave was positioned somewhere here. Obviously, I wasn't sure, okay, is it going to end in the channel or it's going even higher? But anyway, we've got the A wave here, the B wave, and now we look at potential targets for the C wave. So what would be a C wave target? And by the way, we still, even though this is looking quite bullish, we can still, from a structural point of view, not clearly say that Link has bottomed here on the 10th of June. I do assume it now because as long as we're holding above support, I see no reason not to. But just note that if we break below that 650 level at any point, it is bearish. Yeah, until then, we are sort of in upside territory. And let's look at the target for the C wave. Now I have to say, again, because it's a diagonal, the wave 3 is a 3-wave move. And the C wave would be a 5-wave move. So we're looking for 5 waves in wave C. At the moment, I do only see 3 waves. So it would need to be here, 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. I changed that to yellow to play out the C wave in an ideal world. Yeah. So what would be a target, first of all, for the third wave? Let's establish that. So 1.618 extension, usually, yeah, for the third wave. So maybe we have reached now a top. I have no indication it has topped yet. So what is usually recommended in a third wave? Typically, we don't really want to say, okay, it has topped here and then like sell everything and try to buy back in a fourth wave. That often doesn't work because they can often run faster and stronger than many people think. It's just experience that tells me that, especially in a third wave. What I normally like to do in a third wave, just track bullish support and just move support with price. So that means we are tracking support for wave 4. That means that if a pullback occurs in a wave 4, it needs to stay above a certain level, and that is exactly the level that we're tracking. And I don't want to make it yellow because it's just a wave 4 support. So it's still a trade setup, but it is, I always warn about thinning out a position in a third wave too early. Therefore, we're just tracking support. So again, as long as we're holding $7.48, price should be able to move higher. So if we pull back now in a fourth wave, it could get into this region, but I have no strong confirmation that the third wave here, the smaller third wave in the C wave, has topped. So that's why if it goes higher, we're just moving up support. It's like a moving support area. Yeah, and then we should get still one more high in to complete the C wave. And just be aware that there will be resistance here around $8.90 in this region, 8.70 to 8.90, I think, yeah, with that previous spike. And I think it's never a bad idea to take at least partial profits in a diagonal structure, because they are a little bit less, actually quite far less reliable than impulses. But yeah, that's Link at the moment. So so far that inverse head and shoulders seems to work, and also the two entry points here that were pretty low risk, high reward were in the right position. So hopefully you like the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.